next, this is the new remittance strategy. You may have had success with the other one, but you may not have, or you may have pushback or adverse action, which is illegal when they shut down your account or they restrict it. Or you could have had a discharge. It really depends on the company and if you sent it to the right place and they accepted it. The thing about the other thing is I had success with that method and I had non-successes with the method. I kind of just, it went nowhere. And then I had another thing happen where I had an adverse action, which was a chargeback, which is they took it off and then they later, somebody else in the company saw it and they didn't understand it, so they put it back on. So that actually, I spoke to someone and they're advising me, like an advanced person in this stuff, to file federal criminal charge or a federal criminal complaint. When I looked that up to see what it is, because they said, oh, just go look it up, it's a form. Yeah, it's a form, but it leads to court. And that's something, I haven't gotten that far in this method. But I might with them, I might have them as a mentor to learn it if I have to. Because I learned this other method, and I will be sharing the new method, and there's going to be a debt-free challenge. So kind of like the secured party creditor, I kind of did a bunch of days, and if you followed along, then you were able to do it, or like I said, you can do it whenever you're ready. There's going to be another thing. This new method, I had to pay a little bit of money. It was a few $100s. So it's a little bit more expensive. The other method that I was sharing was free, kind of. Like I said, it was a beginner method. It was, if you want, you can go look for that at awesomeproducts.com. Right now, it's just free. You go in there and you can download the PDF, and I kind of just explained where I got that one from, and you can find out where that is if you want to go with that group. It's like the beginner part is free, and then if you do go ahead and look into it more, who's doing these recordings, the website is not from the person that did the recordings, but it was like this other guy. If you go to their private sessions, you'll realize that someone else is doing this website. It's somebody else. So and if you donate to them, they invite you to their private sessions, and it's someone else. So there's a few people involved in this other method. They haven't posted the whole method, but if you see the person that they're referring to, I don't want to say names, you have to go find out yourself, because in this community, some people do try to sabotage, and they're, what do they call them? They're like gatekeepers. So, and some people actually will give you, like, what they'll withhold information and try to charge you for it. And some people don't know anything and they just charge you stuff for stuff they got for free. So it's a lot of, this is the internet, so there are scams, and then there are honest people, and then there are just people trying to figure it out. I would say I'm trying to be honest and I'm trying to figure it out. But, you don't know until you try these methods, like how much success you're going to have and what works and everything. And I think most people that have gone through this, you do have to put yourself out there, be willing to put yourself out there and try it. As far as the secured party method, I looked at everybody and I saw what everybody was doing, paid and not paid, and I realized it all stems from pretty much the same place, which is the redemption manual. But that doesn't mean advanced people didn't. They started there and then they learned more and then they expanded their SPC process. But it all stemmed from there, those books. So that's why I shared that type of method. So you kind of get the standard SPC strategy, And then as you get more advanced, you can add to it, or you can actually, I know people that have redone their papers, which is, it's not that hard. It's just like redoing your UC, it's like doing a UCC and updating. Or if you want to send extra things to the Treasury, like sometimes there's a Form 56. Actually, I didn't include that, but I will include that later, how to do a Form 56. And also, sometimes they do a W-8 Ben. I wanted to do that one too, for like people that work and they want to write exempt on their taxes, and they want the, I haven't actually done that. That's just stuff that has been shared. I have done the Form 56. I haven't done the W-8 Ben because I'm currently self-employed, so I don't have a job that I would have to do that. But that is a method that is widely known about, and it is shared too in these redemption manual things. That's for someone that's more like they're working at a job, and on their W-4, I guess, yeah, the one that the company gives you, you could wind up writing exempt, or yeah, that's what I would write, exempt, because a lot of people will write like they have a bunch of dependents, like 10, so then you don't hardly get any taxes taken out. But the W-8 Ben is kind of like you file that saying you're tax exempt, and you send that in, and then because if you try to do it with your employer, they might not do it. So anyway, that's that. I might be sharing that later. But anyway, this is going to be a debt-free challenge that's coming soon with this new method that I just purchased, which I'm at the point where I use their other method. And I can continue going on it with the lien, or I can, which it kind of just says you do a lien, but then it doesn't say like they'll fix your account or anything. So I was kind of like, I don't know about that method. I mean, and then there's no way to ensure that they're going to continue doing this. So they didn't actually share that full stuff. And if you join their Q&As, you could ask them that, I guess, if you want to pursue that method. That's totally fine. Oh, I have a typo here. But anyway, the new one is an A through Z method that someone uses and they've had success with, and I'm going to try it. So I already purchased it, and I know kind of what goes on through the A to Z method. I mean, they didn't put everything in there, but the parts they put it in, I researched, and I pretty much know what those are. So I can now include the A through Z method, and I'm going to be doing it. I did get, like, for the one that I had the adverse action, I got a message back, because I sent them a conditional acceptance, and I got a message back. And their message was like everybody says, it's, well, like they were like, oh, we don't have to do this because you're, what do you mean you're not obligated? It was, I might share it, that letter later. But then they said pursuant to, and then they didn't write a law. They wrote no law there. And if you know anything about affidavits and stuff like that, you have to write the law you're talking about, because that's your claim. Because if you try to take that to court, your claim will get dismissed. If you don't claim a law that they are breaking, that they're required to do, then you'll get dismissed, because they'll say you didn't state a claim. That's what the judge will say, or the person mediating. So you have to state your claims. And then if they violated anything, so basically the claim is the laws that say you can do this. So you have to state those claims. So the law, they're required to do it, right? Because it's the law. So if they're not doing any part of that law, then they're violating you. So then if they're violating you, that sometimes you can get damages from that. Now, you want to use laws that you can sue with, because not every law you can sue. But what they're doing here, there's laws to back this up. That's why you're able to do this. So some of them you can't get money from. Some of them you can't get. Like I said, all laws are different. You have to check if it does allow that. So some of them you can't and some of them you can. So this gets very legal. So you do need to study. That's what everybody's talking about, study, study, study. It's not an easy, they don't make it easy. That's what some lady was saying that does this. So this is going to be a new remittance coupon class, and it's going to be a challenge, a debt-free challenge. And if you want to do it, there will be the package, the legal stuff that you have to send to with the affidavit and stuff like that, and I will be reviewing that so you can do it yourself. And then I'll also have templates for sale if you want to get those, if you're trying to do it. Then who to mail it to, that will be included. Then how to respond, because you're going to give them like 15 days to do this, and they're going to respond with an offer that you like or don't like. And if you don't like it, then what to do next, which will be to take legal action, and that will be kind of included. What won't be included is how you handle yourself in court, because that kind of, some people stay quiet, some people, I'll kind of give like a summary of what I think you should do, but really I won't be there with you, so that you'll have to do on your own. But after I start doing this, and if I do get success, I will share more on how to handle yourself. So, and then there'll be a private share group, so everyone doing it, going along with this, can share their experiences, and we can learn from each other. So if you're interested when it comes on, go ahead and join. If you're interested in this, below this video, comment I want it or something, or do it or whatever. And if I get at least 10 to 20 people, then I'll go ahead and do the Facebook group and everything. So at least, you need at least maybe a certain amount of people to go ahead with this. So if you're ready for this debt-free challenge, go ahead and comment below. And if I get enough people that are interested, I will go ahead and share this with everybody. Thanks. Bye.